Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. Y'all hear all type of stuff rolling around in the car. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. I want to talk about stress on this one. And I want to talk about one thing in particular that goes under the radar in terms of things that stress you out. And I know a lot of y'all, when y'all hear this video, y'all gonna agree with me. Y'all gonna agree with me. The number one most underrated stressor that we have is having to ask other people for help. Think about it. When your tire go flat, you're a woman. Or when you're a man, your car break down and it's Sunday. Everywhere is closed. You got to be at work the next day. The number one thing that stresses people out, especially us blacks, and I know I'm right, is needing to ask other people for help. Needing to ask other people for help. That's the number one thing that I know stresses a lot of us out. Like, when you think about it, like, you got to learn your lessons. I got to learn my lessons. Like, because think about it. You might have mechanics. But what if all your mechanics is on vacation? What if all your mechanics and kind of ignore the GPS? I gotta go somewhere real quick. So you're gonna hear the GPS in the background. I don't know exactly where this building is, but that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing.
Use the right two lanes to turn slightly right onto the US 45 ramp.
It takes for you to have your back against the wall. And this ruins relationships too, because here's what happens.
In 1,000 feet, use the right lane to turn left.
A lot of times you'll look at other people like, man, it seems like they gloating in my situation. And then, like, some of these people wasn't there to help you and chose not to help you. And you be like, wait till they need some help. Watch how I do them. So it ruins relationships. It does.
Merge onto I-41,
and it should. And I'm going to tell you why. Because why should you help somebody that could have helped you and didn't? Like, what are you accomplishing? Y'all twisting the scriptures again? Here we go again, twisting scriptures. The scripture originally said eye for an eye. Did it not? Y'all twist the scriptures and give everybody an advantage over you. So everybody takes the low road with you, but because you're a Christian, they expect you to take the high road and pardon them for everything. Like, let's say you was broke. You come up on some money. When you was broke, wasn't nobody helping you. People was talking about you behind your back, talking down on you, being disrespectful and distant. But when you start getting it right, you got money, you pass all of them up. Now, oh, well, I got this business plan. I'll tell them flat out, I don't want to hear about your business plan. Did you listen to me with my business plan? Ah, man, the Bible say, tell them flat out, don't tell me what the Bible say, man. Because whatever the Bible say, it said it when you chose to do or not do whatever you choose to do or not do. Don't let people use the scripture advantageously against you. Don't let them do it. So that's the number one thing that stress people out, man, is having to ask people for help. Having to ask people for help, man, I'm telling you, it's the pits, man. Especially when they don't help you. And like what some of them do, some people get all off in your business like they gonna help you, and then they won't help you. I've seen people do that. I've seen people, you be like, man, can you loan me such and such? I get paid tomorrow. They hold my money up. I'll pay you back tomorrow, and they won't do it. And you start looking at them different from that point, and you should. Like, man, why should I try? I can't trust dude, man. Dude don't even care about people. Like, that's how you'll be thinking. So, what you could do that hopefully you will avoid the situation is to carefully and cautiously plan things out. don't take too many risks, because those risks is what's going to lead possibly to you needing other people's help. And that's the times that I needed other people's help, is because I was taking too many risks out here, and some of those things just wasn't paying off. So just try not to do that. The sheriff practically got the front end of his car in the street or in the freeway. But just kind of limit those risks, man. Make sure you're keeping your car up. Make sure you got money on your card. You better off, I'm gonna tell you something. Always keep money on a debit card. Cause you better off calling Uber or Lyft. Well, I don't want to give Uber no credit. I don't do Uber. But you better off calling Lyft than asking some of these people. These people ain't gonna want to help you, man. And if they do help you, they ain't gonna help you too many times. They ain't gonna help you like you would probably help them. So just keep yourself about 150, 200 bucks. Just keep adding money on your card in case you need to take Lyft. And even if you got to go a far distance, you done built your money up on your card where you won't have to call these people. You won't have to ask these people. And that's what you got to do, man. Make sure you got money to get a ride from somebody to get paid to take you somewhere. Because even if you say, well, I'll give you gas money or I'll give you that don't mean they're going to get you there on time. They ain't going to care. But if you go with somebody to get paid to do it, they're going to take it a little more seriously. They're going to take it a little more seriously. And that's with almost anything. Like some stuff, you just better off dealing with people that you paying them to do what they do. Because people who don't get paid to do the same thing, they not going to be as ambitious in a lot of things. So that thing right there, man, I'm gonna tell you, that is the most stressful thing. When you in a helpless situation, you can't do nothing, or you can only do a little, and you need other people's help. This is why you should have multiple cars. This is why you should have, like I say, money on the debit card. Don't spend all your money, because you don't know what could happen. Rental cars now, like it's going to cost you about $800. Like a lot of them, they're going to want $300, $400 for a deposit.
In 2 miles, take exit 51A for Pilgrim Road.
I would say if you're not driving a new car, you should have at least $1,000 set aside for a rental. If you don't, get it. And another $500 set aside for rides and stuff like that. So you won't have to ask these people who are in competition with you instead of being on your team. You got $500, like let's say you got $1,500 on a debit card or in your bank account or something. You can go rent you a car, your car break down. You can go rent you a car, and you can get Lyft to take you to the rental car place. You see what the point I'm making? That's the point I'm making. This stress can be easily avoided by us just being more responsible and being more better financial managers. Because a lot of our stress is like, you get sick, it ain't really nothing you can do but try to like juice and do things to make your condition better. But when it comes to stuff that involves money, every day you work is another opportunity when you get paid.
Half a mile, take exit 51A for Pilgrim Road.
Take the necessary precautions that you won't need financial help, that you won't need no ride, that you won't, because I'm telling you, you ain't gonna like these people. You ain't gonna like them. Once they choose not to help you, And think of how many
Take exit
people
51A, then
is
merge
dealing
onto
with
Miller
these
Road.
situations. Your in-laws wasn't helping you, or they only helped you a little. And then they get sick, and your wife or your husband want to move them in your house. And then tell you being selfish if you don't want to. And you had situations in the past where they didn't look out for you. Don't think it's
Continue on
not
Pilgrim Road
normal
for half a mile.
for you not to want to help people in situations like that. It's normal. They didn't help you. You're not supposed to want to help them. So, well, we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes. Again, make preparations. Like I was telling
At
my
quarter
son,
mile, turn right onto County Line Road.
you need to start stretching, because if you don't start working out, stretching and stuff like that, you get my age, you ain't gonna be able to move. See, what helped me is I played sports, and I always been into weights, you know.
Take the next right onto County Line Road.
That stuff will come in handy when you start getting older. The people you see having the most bodily difficulties, it be people
In half a mile,
who
turn
didn't
right.
take the precautions, like they wasn't into fitness, they didn't play sports. That stuff come back on you, man. So just make the proper precautions financially, physically, you know. Try to eat more healthy. Like, you can eat the unhealthy stuff, but you know when you eat the unhealthy stuff, you got to drink more fluids, got to drink more water. You eating candy and stuff, you better be drinking water, because it's going to raise those levels up in your body.
Turn left.
It's going to raise those levels up in your body. He let me go. Some people is all right. It's going to raise them levels up in your body that
Take the next left, then your destination will
perhaps
be on the right.
what can become a problem for you. What time is it? What time is it? I thought I could park there. But yeah, man, like I tell y'all, I wouldn't advise anybody to work one job. Don't do it. Don't do it. Only way I could really see it, and even when you married today, but that don't mean you're gonna be married tomorrow. You know where to park. That don't mean you're gonna be married tomorrow. So I wouldn't be too much living off these women, because women change their minds on men too much for you to like rely on them, so to speak. Wait a minute. Can I even park over here? Wait, let me go to this back row. They change their minds too much for you to rely on them. You know what I mean? So just kind of do things with the hope of eliminating future stress for yourself. That's the point I'm making in this one. Because like I said, the number one most underrated stressor is needing other people's help. People will ridicule you. Like, I've had it done to me. Like, I could be, like, one particular time, I was just trying to move to do better for my family, and it didn't work out. Like, things happen. Stuff don't always work out. And we were getting ridiculed for it, basically. You know? Like I said, like, I'm not innocent in the things going wrong in my relationship. You know, the main thing I did at times was like taking too many chances, you know, trying to do better for us. Sometimes you try to do better and you end up not doing better. But anyway, Feel free to comment. Feel free to super thanks, man. Y'all know they supporting these chumps on YouTube. If y'all really into what I'm saying, just send a super thanks, man. It don't gotta be no great amount, man. It could be whatever you can afford. Whatever you can afford. I mean, $1, $2. I mean, you should support the people that you believe in and channels you believe in. I'm helping you. I'm showing you how to handle these stresses. This go for women too. Like, a lot of my videos is for women. A lot of my videos tell you about women, but a lot of them is for women. Women deal with this stress the most, needing people for help. You should have AAA. Get you some AAA where you don't got to call your funny acting relatives. You can call AAA. They'll come get you. They'll take your car where it need to go, and they'll give you a ride. Or they'll bring a battery out. Your battery go dead. You got $1,000. You can be like, yeah, my battery went dead. They'll say, well, do you want our driver to bring a battery out? He'll bring a brand new battery. Or I need a tire. Well, do you want us to bring a tire out instead of if you got money in your bank account, then you could do this. Like, you don't necessarily have to ride on a donut, or you know what I'm saying. So this stuff is for women too. Get AAA, keep money on your bank card, debit card for emergency situations. Have your savings stash that you look at, you say, it's growing. Look at it every week. Put money in there. Next week, look at it. Say, it's growing. Like, and get small bills, like medium, get $, $5, have different piles, because when you see it growing, it's going to do something to you. People be like, I only use card. Yep, and you spend more on cards. You spend more on card, and you make, you further their digital currency mindset. They want to bring a digital currency, but they want to bring slavery. Because if it's a digital currency, they can control everything you buy, everything. So you don't want no digital currency. You don't need no digital currency. But just keep putting that money up. Go for a walk from time to time. If you fat, you fat. But just, if you want to be fat, well, I ain't never met nobody that do, then at least stretch, go reach out, close your toes, you can, keep your back and your muscles flexed, and go for walks, get on the treadmill, make sure your heart is flowing, the blood is flowing in your heart. Take your arms, bring them all the way in like this with fists, and then do it with your hands out like this. Bring your hands together, bring them all the way back. Just stretch and stuff like that. By doing these things, man, you are lessening future stress, as far as being hospitalized, as far as bodily problems, and then, like I told you, with the money problems. Think about these things. Think about it. Now I'll see you on the next video.